Best $100 I've ever spent. Let's review Oban Bay Reserve from Game of Thrones, The Night's Watch. Hell yeah. Hey, welcome back, Whiskey Questers, to another episode of Whiskey Quests. If you're new to the channel, my name's Antonio, and in this channel, I like to try whiskeys from all over the world. I also like to add a drop of water to each one of them, just to see if it changes. You'll never know unless you try it. So if that's something you guys like to watch, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can stick around for more videos. Let's move on with this review. Today, we got another sample. This is actually the last sample that I received from the Whiskey Dude. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, please go ahead and visit him. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Go check him out and give him a sub. Now, I talked to the Whiskey Dude pretty much every day. Me and this guy became really close friends. And he says, dude, you got so many cuts in your videos. And I said, well, dude, man, there's like a lot going on in my house. I got 2 dogs. I got my 2 daughters fighting all the time. My wife yelling at them. I'm like, I gotta cut out some stuff. And plus me messing up, you know, what I'm saying. So he's like, no, I want to see the raw video. I'm like, all right. If you want to see a 20-minute video, I'll go ahead and make one. So this is the last sample that I have from the Game of Thrones collection. So I'll try my best to do this one uncut. So it'll be all raw. I'm going to give it to you raw. Yeah, that didn't sound right. See, dude, this is why I do edits on my video. Screw it. I'm leaving it in. All right. So let's get on to the whiskey. And put this thing to the side for now. So let's move on to the whiskey of... It's staying in. Let's do the Oban Bay whiskey review. So let me take off this tape right here. Again, these are things I could have edited out, but screw it, we're rolling with it. So Oban Bay Reserve is a Highland Scotch single malt. Again, if you don't know what a single malt is, it just means that it's from one single distillery and it's made using 100% malted barley. And this one is bottled at 43% ABV. Oh yeah. Let's get straight into the color with this one, guys. Again, not much of a difference from the other ones. They do add coloring and they pretty much just want to make them all look, you know, the same. So they're not, you know, oh, this one's darker than that one or lighter and this one must be better because of that, or this one might be not as good because it's lighter, blah blah blah. So they added color to this, but it's a nice clear golden color. This one has a little hint of caramel in there, but that's just a whiskey color with color added. Anyways, on the nose, right up front, nice and fruity. There's some toffee in there. It's like a blackberry maybe. Some orange. Like a candied orange. Oh, very interesting. Very light oak on this one. It's a really sweet nose, very inviting. Yeah, very inviting sweet nose. All right, let's move on to the taste and see what happens there. Cheers, everybody. I get a nice cinnamon spice right up front. It's actually pretty consistent as it starts fading away. Those berry flavors, fruit flavors, Also in the palate, I get some like a chocolate. It's like I'm getting that cocoa putter again. And it is a little bit dry in the finish there. Let me drink some water here. But those fruity flavors, well, let me see what that fruit flavor was. Yeah, I say there's a lot of apple in this one. Some apple, light pear notes coming through. But more than anything is that cinnamon spice. Maybe a little bit of licorice developing, like a black licorice. Those berry notes. And again, the finish is a bit dry, but I'd say it's a short finish. It's not too long, so at least that dryness doesn't last too long. But nonetheless, it's a pretty delicious whiskey. Let me add a drop of water to this and see what happens. Again, just gonna add one small drop. It's only 43% ABV, so let's not overdo it. I'm gonna have to let this sit here for a little bit, let that develop. Again, this is a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, and I don't think I mentioned the price. This one, if you can find it, it'll run you across about $60. And I said if you can find it because, I mean, who the hell did not want to buy this bottle? I'll put a picture somewhere up here where there's enough room to display it, and you'll see why people, well, at least people like me, fan of the show, wanted it. I mean, Jon Snow, the star of the show, at least in my opinion, which should have died, and that would have been a more awesome ending to the show, was part of the Night's Watch, where they just sat on top of this like huge cliff wall, whatever you want to call it, and just guarded the whole land, you know, because people didn't know what the hell was going on. And I don't want to ruin the show for people that haven't seen it, but you know, there's things on the other side of the wall that they were supposed to protect people from. So I just go watch it, and yeah, just go watch it. All right, let's just move on to the nose here with a little bit of water. Some honey coming out. It was still fruity, and those berries. Actually, a little bit of smoke is coming out. Interesting. I wasn't getting that before. It's like some char oak kind of smoke. It's not like peat smoke, but it's there. All right, let's move on to the taste, guys. Cheers. Oh yeah, that cocoa powder that I was getting before, it's a little bit more intense this time. The cinnamon spice and the licorice kind of got softer, so the cocoa powder just overtook those two flavors there. I'm not really tasting that much fruit anymore. It's just got really chocolatey. Yeah, a lot more wood char coming out this time. Wow. 43% ABV. Who knew that one drop of water would do something to it? Again, you'll never know unless you try it. So that's why I like adding water to all my whiskeys. Some of them I've preferred with a drop of water, like this one. Some of them, they were just better off no water added to it. They've already watered it down to the perfect point. But yeah. Nice nose with the water and the flavors. I in my opinion, brought out that more chocolatey note, and I think it tastes a little bit better to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and say a little bit of water to this one. Definitely improved it. The dryness that I was getting before isn't really there this time, and the finish is still short, but at least this time now I'm getting some chocolate and some wood char in there, so I actually enjoy that. All right, so my final thoughts on the Oban Bay Reserve Scotch whiskey here. For $60, I would have definitely picked up this bottle. Now, is it the best tasting out there? No. But like I said, that bottle, the black bottle was just so awesome to me. And I'm a sucker for things like that, seriously. So $60, it's a decent tasting whiskey. If it wasn't in that bottle, I wouldn't buy it, seriously. So this is just me being like a collector and wanting that thing, you know, because it just looked awesome. Just like this sword right here, $100 for this sword. It's just some hard piece of like foam and plastic, but I didn't mind spending the money on it. So it all depends on you guys. You already heard my tasting notes. Is this something that you would go for? If it is, definitely pay the $60. If that's not what you're going for, then don't even pick it up. Like I said, this is more like a you just want to collect it. Now, don't go spending $100, $150, $200 for a bottle just because everybody's buying it. It's not worth that much money. So again, it's a collector's item. If you guys want to pick it up, it's a decent tasting whiskey. I don't think it's gonna disappoint. And actually, I think I prefer this over to the Dalmore 12, to be honest. And Dalmore 12 is like $5 more. So there you have it. Those are my final thoughts. Take it as you will. And I hope this uncut version wasn't too horrible. So I am only doing this because the whiskey dude was mentioning that, and I figured it's the last one. Let me do it justice, give him what he wants, since he's been hooking it up with a whole bunch of whiskeys. Again, Matt, thank you for hooking me up with these whiskeys. I really appreciate that. There's been a couple bunch of subscribers that have joined the channel. I want to say thank you for subscribing, and if you guys want to keep helping out the channel, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and all I ask is for you guys to give me a thumbs up or sharing it with your friends, dropping comments below. All that helps. And again, if you've been watching these videos and you like what you're seeing, consider hitting that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can stick around for more videos just like this. Cheers everybody, have a fantastic day. This is probably where I would cut, but I'm just gonna end it with cheers. Peace. Subscribe to Whiskey Quest. Good whiskey.